Welcome to the CISO Daily Update.
FBI, North Korea aggressively hacking cryptocurrency firms. The FBI warns that North Korean hackers are increasingly targeting the cryptocurrency industry through sophisticated social engineering campaigns. These attackers conduct extensive research on individuals associated with DeFi, cryptocurrency, and related entities and create elaborate fake scenarios like job offers or investment opportunities to establish trust before delivering malware. The FBI advises organizations to verify contacts, avoid sharing sensitive information, and implement strong cybersecurity measures like multi-factor authentication. In addition to social engineering, North Korean hackers also employ supply chain attacks and target smart contracts and decentralized autonomous organizations. The government isn't ready for cyber chaos in the food and agriculture sector. The USDA is unprepared to address expanding cyber risks in the food and agriculture industry, which accounts for a substantial portion of the U.S. economy. With insufficient budget and a lack of emphasis on cybersecurity, the USDA is failing to appropriately defend this sector, which is increasingly vulnerable as a result of automation and digitization. Experts warn that if the USDA does not prioritize cybersecurity immediately, the sector may see substantial disruptions affecting food safety, availability, and costs. The White House has taken note and dispatched advisors to assist, but additional resources and urgency are required. Indicted pair of foreign nationals were behind swatting attack on CISA director. Two European men, Tomasz Szabo from Romania and Nemanja Radovanovic from Serbia, were indicted for a swatting campaign targeting U.S. officials, including CISA director Jen Easterly. The pair made fake emergency calls intended to provoke a police response at victims' homes, including Easterly's in December last year. Over the past several years, they targeted around 100 individuals, including a former U.S. president and members of Congress. CEO's arrest will likely not dampen cybercriminal interest in Telegram. The recent arrest of Telegram CEO Pavel Durov for allegations related to illegal activities on the platform is unlikely to significantly impact the cybercriminal use of Telegram in the short term. Despite the controversy and potential for increased scrutiny, Telegram remains a preferred tool for cybercriminals due to its encryption, anonymity, and large group features. While Durov's arrest may prompt some criminals to increase their operational security or explore alternative platforms if Telegram's security is compromised, a widespread shift away from Telegram is not anticipated. Spamouflage trolls pretend to be American patriots on X, TikTok, ahead of U.S. presidential election. The Beijing-linked troll group Spamouflage is actively using fake accounts on X and TikTok to pose as American patriots and influence the upcoming U.S. presidential election. Their tactics include spreading divisive content on various social issues and using AI-generated deepfakes. Despite some viral content, these efforts have largely failed to gain significant traction. As the election nears, analysts expect Spamouflage to continue refining its techniques and amplifying social divisions to undermine American political stability. Revival Hijack supply chain attack threatens 22,000 PyPI packages. The Revival Hijack attack is a new supply chain threat targeting the Python package index, where attackers register new projects using the names of previously deleted packages to distribute their malicious code. This technique could potentially impact over 22,000 deleted packages on PyPI, leading to hundreds of thousands of malicious downloads. The attack is facilitated by PyPI's policy of making deleted package names immediately available for re-registration. To combat this, JFrog researchers preemptively registered many popular deleted package names to prevent them from being hijacked. Cicada ransomware may be a BlackCat ALPHV rebrand and upgrade. Active since June 2024, Cicada 3301 ransomware exhibits significant similarities to the BlackCat ransomware, suggesting it may be a rebranded and upgraded version of BlackCat. Both use Rust for coding, target Windows shadow copies to hinder recovery, and employ sophisticated evasion techniques. Cicada 3301 includes novel customizations like embedding compromised user credentials. The ransomware primarily targets small to medium-sized businesses and has been noted for its advanced anti-detection measures. Its emergence could be a strategic move by its developers to maintain operational effectiveness after disruptions to BlackCat. Vulnerability allows Yubico security keys to be cloned. Researchers identified a cryptographic vulnerability in Yubico security keys, such as YubiKey and UBHSM, which could potentially allow attackers to clone these devices. However, the risk is mitigated by the need for physical possession of the device, specialized equipment, and knowledge of the target accounts. The vulnerability, dubbed EU-Click, stems from a flaw in a cryptographic library affecting certain Yubico products with outdated firmware. Although Yubico has fixed the issue in newer firmware versions, older devices cannot be updated, so users must check their devices and follow Yubico's mitigation advice. Android September 2024 update patches exploited vulnerability. Google's September 2024 Android security update addresses 35 vulnerabilities, including a high-severity local privilege escalation bug, CVE 2024-32896, that has been exploited in targeted attacks. This flaw affects Android's framework component and could allow attackers to bypass protections and elevate privileges. Initially disclosed in June and targeted at Pixel devices, the bug was previously patched in the June 2024 Pixel update. The latest Android update, split into 2 patch levels, also resolves other critical vulnerabilities across various components. POC exploit released for zero-day Windows kernel privilege escalation vulnerability. A PL exploit for the Windows kernel zero-day vulnerability, CVE 2024-38106, patched in August 2024, has been publicly released. This race condition flaw affects Windows 11 and Server 2022, which allows local attackers to gain system privileges. Although there are no reports of active exploitation yet, the POC's availability increases the risk. Organizations should prioritize this patch along with others released this month to mitigate potential attacks. RomCom hackers exploit Microsoft Office zero-day to spread ransomware. The Russia-based RomCom group is using the underground ransomware to target Microsoft Windows systems, exploiting the CVE 2023-36884 vulnerability in Microsoft Office and Windows HTML RCE. This ransomware encrypts files, deletes shadow copies, disrupts database operations, and demands a ransom while obstructing data recovery efforts. First detected in July 2023, underground ransomware has impacted various industries and employs multiple tactics, including phishing and initial access brokers. Initial access brokers target $2 billion revenue companies. Initial access brokers are increasingly targeting large organizations, particularly those with revenues around $2 billion, according to new research from Cybercriminal. In the first half of 2024, companies with over $1 billion in revenue made up 33% of all initial access listings, with U.S. organizations and the business services sector being the most frequent targets. Despite the focus on high-value organizations, the average price of IAB listings has dropped significantly, reflecting a more commoditized market. The report also noted a shift in attack methods, with VPN access becoming more prevalent than remote desktop protocol in 2024. White House addresses BGP vulnerabilities in new Internet routing security roadmap. The White House released a roadmap to address vulnerabilities in the Border Gateway Protocol, which is critical for Internet routing but lacks inherent security features. These vulnerabilities can be exploited by threat actors to disrupt critical infrastructure, steal sensitive data, or conduct espionage. The roadmap emphasizes the adoption of resource public key infrastructure, which includes root origin authorizations and root origin validation to enhance BGP security. While global adoption of RPKI has increased, the U.S. lags, particularly among large networks. The plan outlines actions for network operators, service providers, and the government to improve BGP security and resilience.
Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to our newsletter at CISOheadlines.com. Until next time, stay curious.